Welcome back to my travel log. In this video, I'm taking you on the 3-day trip to Meteora and Delphi. On Sunday morning, we caught the train from Athens to Meteora. We immediately headed to town and grabbed lunch at a traditional Greek restaurant. I ordered papatsakia, sort of an eggplant lasagna, which was delicious. Afterwards, the agency picked us up for the evening tour. That day, the weather was cold and rainy, so the monasteries we saw were shrouded in mist. 1,000 years ago, the hermits showed up, and then came the monks who built their monasteries. And these days, there are monasteries in which nuns reside as well. Our guide pointed out the murals, where the baptized Christians were painted on the level closest to the ground, then saints, apostles, occasionally Mary, and always Jesus at the highest level. In the evening, we retired to Delos Boutique Hotel. The accommodation had pleasant and helpful staff and clean rooms. The next morning, we grabbed breakfast in the dining room. Around 9 a.m., we were picked up by our guide, and we went on an extensive hike through the mountains. We saw a statue commemorating a warrior monk named Themios Lahavas, who led a rebellion against the Ottomans. Ultimately, he was captured and executed by Ali Pasha.
The obligation of a monk or a nun is to pray, constantly, continuously, and for everybody.
Near the end of the tour, we finally went inside the great monastery. Once we got back to town, we grabbed lunch at Meteora restaurant. I got the ground chicken patties and fries, which although it wasn't as pretty, was very delicious. The next morning we had breakfast at the hotel again. I tried the Greek yogurt and it was so good. A lot less tangy than the Faya yogurt I ate at home. Afterwards, we got a car transfer from the hotel to Delphi. We got to Delphi in the afternoon and began exploring the historical site. You can't see the ocean from Delphi because the residents wanted to hide from pirates. People came from far and wide to ask the Oracle of Delphi questions. We walked all the way through the entire site, past stoas, or markets, the treasury, an amphitheater, and all the way up to the stadium. When we walked back down, we headed over to the Delphi Museum. There were huge sculptures, like the one of the Sphinx, which has the head of a woman, the body of a lion, and the wings of a bird. There were also various parts of the temple on display, like the frieze and pediments, which depicted scenes from history and mythology. Outside the museum, we saw some newborn kittens, which captured everyone's attention. By the time we walked back to Delphi town, we only had 10 minutes until our 4 p.m. bus. We still managed to grab a pizza and eat it before the bus arrived. The bus dropped us off in the outskirts of Athens after several hours, and we took the train to Monasteraki to grab gyros for dinner. Now we were on to the next chapter of our Greek adventure, sailing in the islands. See you next time!